Guys, it's been a couple days that I haven't been able to record because I'm just so disconnected at the moment. I think it has to do with the sun flares and the eclipse and all of the crazy energy that is going on right now. And I pretty much slept most of yesterday. When I did get up and go out, I actually was walking a little bit to the right for some reason. I wasn't doing well, so I didn't record the last couple of days. And I was going to record today, and I've tried twice now, but I just freeze. Like I can't seem to get my thought processes working, and that's part of my, the from the fall that I had. And so I am trying to get this done for you guys, but it's not seeming to go very well for me at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of wing it and we'll see how it goes. All right. So bear with me. I am trying my best. So the first deck is Art Through the Eyes of the Soul by Cheryl Yambrach Rose. And that is a beautiful deck. And these are actually oil paintings, I believe, that she's done with these. Absolutely stunning deck. Probably the one first where I saw guides that I've worked with were actually in the same visual context as what she has in her paintings, which was really cool for me. That was quite a few years ago, but it brought tears to my eyes because I was so overwhelmed to see that it wasn't just my imagination, after so many years. So we'll just go ahead and we'll pull some from this deck. So this is the actual card backing, and it's got the gold on it. Bloodstone for this one. And then we've got, we'll go ahead and pull these for Dylan, Hillary M, Maria T, Terry Lee N, Amy C, Carla B, and Cass O. So we'll pull, and I'm just going to read it, and then pull the next one so that I can kind of get a, keep with it. Otherwise I get too many things going at once and my brain won't keep up. So. Okay, so share your wisdom with others and shine your light. Wow, isn't that amazing? Look at this. Okay. Oh boy. We've got so many people that are all doing the same work. They've gone through a lot of things and worked through a lot of their own shadows and a lot of their own challenges, but we're all still a little disconnected. We're not actually connecting with each other. I've noticed, like, even on here and on the pages, the conversations have slowed down. People are kind of in their own little bubbles. And we need to start reaching out for each other again, because we're going to need each other's support for what's coming. And I know that there's something there because of the fact that, like I said, I slept most of the last couple of days just because that's what happens. My body just shuts down. Okay. And oftentimes that's before some type of a big event, or some type of a big collective passing is the best way to say it. And I'm not trying to scare anybody or put fear, but I'm just saying that's one of the disadvantages of doing this type of work is that you sometimes will have a physical manifestation of the energies that are rolling around out there. So with this eclipse and the sun flares and everything, it is a little bit of a crazy all over the show cycle right now. But so yeah, share your light with others. Be there for people, be able to just check in on people, see how they're doing, reach out if you see somebody struggling, those types of things. But now's not the time to be hermiting ourselves away. Okay, we have to try, and even like right now, I'm so disconnected, but I'm still reaching out to you guys because I know that there are some of you who've even messaged me and going, oh, have you done it this week? I'm doing it now. But yeah, this is my way of reaching out to everybody and just saying, hey, you guys aren't alone in all the stuff that's going on. We're all kind of going through it together. Okay, so that's what that one feels like for me. Okay, now we'll go to the next card. And I think a lot of you doubt your abilities. And, this isn't just about what you've learned in this lifetime that you can share. It's about what you've learned collectively throughout all of your expressions, all of your timelines that you have been in. Oh, this is beautiful. Magic is alive. Ask a divine child. Okay. This is about the fairy godmother. You know, our kids right now are so ready to share their wisdom. And if we're open to that without shutting them down, we'll be amazed at what we actually get from them. You know, they've come in, these crystal children, they've come in and they are so dynamically connected in so many ways. The realms that they can access, the teachers that they have access to. You can even ask them about your own, you know, information. But the really cool thing is to see, this almost reminds me of an Easter egg hunt. You see that? But instead of Easter eggs, they're actually little pearls, like pearls of wisdom. Okay. So oftentimes we think of children as just you know, that they're not as smart or not as advanced as adults, but the truth is they are actually more connected, and they are more easily trusting and loving, and they see angels and they see the guides and the fairies and everything. And so yeah, don't discount what your kids are saying. And you know, this is a really magical time right now, so see if you can have some conversations with them and just see what they're doing, what they're going through, what they've got any messages for you. You know, it's quite amazing what you get from kids. It doesn't have to be yours either. It can be a relative, or it can be your inner child even. You can address and find the information from. Okay, let's see what else we've got for you. Okay. I love that shift happens. Isn't that the truth, eh? It's time to stabilize our energy fields. You know, and I know I feel this too. It's like I've been trying to stabilize myself for the last couple of days. And I know that it is, if I'm feeling this way, I know you guys are feeling it too. But it is about trying to align. And if aligning, you know, I know the one card said, you know, it's not the time to be an island. It's time to actually be connected to other people. But at the same time, you need to choose your company wisely. Like, you need to have people around you who can uplift you, who can, you know, and when I say uplift you, I don't mean agree with everything you say. That's not uplifting. Uplifting is challenging you, and it's saying, is that what you feel, or how are you feeling, or do you think this is related to that happened then? That's uplifting. Okay. People who know you, people who are willing to be completely honest with you, but not in a mean or vindictive way, or jealous or judgmental way. You know, that's not the same thing. It's completely different. So stabilize your energy, but do it, you know, so that you're able to share with others how you did that. So, okay. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do another one. These seem to be messages for each of you individually for some reason. So we'll you guys know which one is you. This one is become the master you seek. Okay. Become the master you seek. So often we think that what we're looking for is outside of us, that we are looking for, you know, that input. And yeah, in some regards, it is outside of us, because we're not able to find that unless we see it through reflection sometimes. But the answer truly is within us. And it's just about removing the doubt that keeps us from accessing the information. You know, and if you have problem, that's why you do things like ask children, or you do things like, you know, stabilizing your energy field, whatever, because until you're aligned, it's really difficult to pull that energy through you, you know, to connect with your higher self and allow the wisdom that's there to actually come forward. Okay. So I think it is really, you know, it's kind of a dichotomy. It's like you have to look inside and outside at kind of at the same time, you know. So, all right, and then we've got regeneration, death, and rebirth. Okay, so we may have someone may have some of the old versions of themselves leaving. Okay, And I'm pretty sure those are butterflies. So that is transformation, obviously. But it feels like the parts of you that are falling away are the parts that were holding you back, the parts that were keeping you small, or the parts that were making you feel like what you have to offer isn't valid or isn't relevant anymore. There's layers of learning, and there's always somebody that's at the level of what you have to offer, okay? And again, these feel like, because they're so different within the same deck, these almost feel like they're for you guys individually. So you'll know which one of these is the one that's addressing what your question was, because I don't know what your questions are. I just know which deck you asked for. So I feel like that's enough for this deck, and we're going to move on to the next one, okay? So this is the Transcendent Journeys Oracle, and this one is also by Cheryl Yambrach Rose. And it's another stunning deck. This is the back. And with this one, we've got Hypersthene, which is quite a pretty stone. Okay, and we'll just pull some for this one. So on this one, we've got Emma L. Hi, Emma. Jessie J, Mandy W, Ashley H, Cherie F, Harmony Charm, Fiona N, Anime T, Kylie P, Chrissy L, Tony D, that's in New Zealand, Brenda S, Tanya V, and Carrie W. Okay. So this is deck 2, Hypersthene, and the Transcendent Journeys Oracle. So we're just going to go ahead and start pulling them out one at a time, okay? Let's see what we get. Oh, cool. You got the one that was on the cover. Okay, as above, so below. It's really crazy because the microcosm, macrocosm thing is playing out so in your face at the moment. You know, all the stuff that's happening celestially is really, really affecting people. And they're actually, it's to the point where you can actually, it's almost palpable to see the alignment with what's going on in the celestial, you know, in the skies and in the atmosphere, within the land, within, it's almost like all of the elements are speaking to us at this time, with the crazy winds and then the super hot sun and then cold, even though it's sunny, and then rain. And then, you know, you've got fog and you've got, you know, all these different things all happening at once. That collective confusion is also what's going on within us, within our energy fields. And that's why I'm feeling so out of sorts, because there's so much happening that it is quite difficult to pin down one thing because it's moving so quickly. And I think that's part of it, is that we're shaking into alignment those last pieces that are no longer relevant. They're kind of being shaken away. And while we're in this, I could like to call it a state of flux. It's not actually, there's no actual clarity in regard to what the energies are saying, because it hasn't been decided yet. It hasn't been written. It hasn't been, the collective consciousness has not come to consensus, is the best way to say it. Okay. So that's what's a little bit of what's going on right now. Okay, so let's see what else we've got for this one. Sometimes I think it'd be easier just to read without the cards, because you know, it just, there's so much there that's happening. The problem is you end up with a bunch of different ones wanting to speak, and then it's even more disjointed. So let's see what we've got here. How funny. Okay. Create a powerful network. Okay. I was just saying how so many want to talk. Yeah. We are being given our groups are solidifying around us that are helping us, especially the nature spirits. Like, I really feel like the nature spirits are moving forward and stepping up at this time. And not because, you know, it's not anything other than the fact that we're able to actually connect with them more now. And they have so much to say, because we are really screwing up our planet, you know? So get out there and start connecting. It's really fascinating. Like earlier, I was standing in the doorway and I was feeding the duck And I was looking over and I saw the basil out there and I thought, wow, that basil's really grown. I bet it smells amazing. And then I got distracted by the cat. So I turned around and then my little one, the youngest one, gets up, and as soon as they get up, they go outside and they come in and they hand me a piece of the basil and they're like, here, smell this. So that's how quickly that nature spirit was like, oh, you want to see what this smells like? Here you go. Even though I had gotten distracted with something else. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, so create a powerful network, guys. And this one's talking about the redwood tree divas. You know, that's one of the places I love to go. Is I miss that about California, the California redwoods, but I do like to go to Rotorua and see the trees there because it just feels so much like at home. So, okay, let's see what have we got here. Any more? Oh, show love and compassion. Of course, it's Mount Shasta because yeah. I've been to Mount Shasta. It's so amazing. It almost feels like you step out of time, I guess would be the best way to describe it. We went camping there, and honestly, it almost felt like I was gone for 3 days through the night. It was crazy. But yeah, it's show love and compassion. This is very much the energy of the Magdalene, that, and also Kuan Yin, that compassionate, beautiful pink, nurturing color. Yeah. It's really difficult when we see things that are happening in the world to not judge the people involved, to not come into under that state of us and them. But it's really important to remember that somebody has to be the them. We can't all be the goodies. We all take turns being the baddie and the goodie. It's not a separate thing. We're all part of the same unified consciousness in different little sparks of it, so that we need to be able to have contrast to be able to learn our lessons. And so when you are dealing with someone who is not as able to understand things from a level of oneness or unity, try not to let them pull you down into a state of judging or condemning. Okay. And I know people do an awful lot of really shitty stuff, but that's not the soul of the person. That is actually the lesson that's involved with that person. Okay. So try to not allow those to get blended for you. Okay. And everything is all just do what you can. Some of us can do easier and some of us can't, and that's okay. And then we've also got nurture the magical child. And I love how it's got the wild heart in the background. We all have that shamanic child within us, eh? That innocence and that playfulness and that joyfulness and that eagerness to learn. And that's all part of the shamanic child that we have inside. When you were younger and you could see things that maybe other people couldn't see, that child's still inside of you. You just have to remember how to see again, okay? And the white deer that's always an invitation to take a walk on the path, okay? What we got here? Oh, nurture your tribe. That's the Star Mother, okay? It's really cool when you have a group of people around you who you can really relate to. And it could be it's your family, your immediate family. It could be your extended family. It could be your friend group. It could be people that you work with. But there's always camaraderie that exists between groups of people. And it could also be your spirit family, right? But the thing is that when you are dealing with any type of connection or family unit, so to speak, soul family, whatever it is, you have to be sure to nurture that relationship as well, okay? Give to the tribe as much as they give to you, okay? All right. What are we doing here? I think we'll do another couple on this one because we've got more people. Let's do this one. Oh, that's great. Remember your past, but stay present. Okay. You know, we're all part of the story. We're all part of all of the things that have happened in the past, all the potentials of what could happen in the future and any other timeline. We all have been a part of it, because, again, we are all that one unified field of consciousness. And it's good to have those memories of the past to remind us where we may have gone wrong and how to go forward in a different way. But we don't need to be stuck there. We don't need to be, you know, going off, trying to recapture what we've already done, you know. Try to stay in the here and now so that we can make a difference here and now. Because if we are always spending all of our time in the past, we're not actually helping what's going on here. Okay. I know there's some, you know, changes going on with the planet and things like that, and the weather and all those things. But even with all of those challenges and things that you may have to face or deal with, always try to come back to the moment now. So after an earthquake, you come back to now. I'm okay now. After, you know, you hear about something horrific, you pull yourself back to now. Yes, this has happened. You know, it's not easy to live in the present moment, but it's almost necessary to be able to be fully human and fully divine, to pull that together. Okay. And here's go back and refresh. Okay. Now, one thing that I pick up from this card is a lot of us have been going back through and doing our life reviews, you know, going through different parts of our lives and looking at how we understood certain events within our lives. And we're looking at them now from a different perspective. And when we do that, we're able to see that what we thought was what happened wasn't necessarily what happened, or what we didn't take ownership of, we need to take ownership of. Or it could be that we completely forgot about a joyful moment or a very painful moment. But it's not about staying there. It's about going back and looking at it, acknowledging it, working through it, and then moving forward again. So many people live in the past and they use that as their way of avoiding being here now or being present for the people in their lives. And, you know, that's not what that's meant to be. It's meant to be a journey into exploring those areas and then making peace with whatever that story was, so that you are not allowing that to still be writing the story now. Okay. So that's deck 2. And now we're going to move on to deck 3 because my voice is starting to go funny. We've got this Goddess Spirit Oracle deck. This is quite beautiful. Rachel Johnson. Back of the cards. And with this one, we have Lapis. Okay. These are quite beautiful too. They're like a watercolor art. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's watercolor. That's what it looks like to me. So on this one, we've got Jane T, Rose C, Sarah B, Jacqueline B, Tracy D, Michelle E, and Mahina T. Okay, so here you go, guys. These ones are for you. So this is deck 3. Let's see. Strategy, clarity, and intellect. Okay. Okay, now I'm feeling like you guys there needs to be a little bit of planning here on your part. But it also feels like it can't be led by emotion. It needs to be a little bit more of an intellectual process for you. And you need to have clarity on it. And I think if the emotion is involved, you don't have as much clarity. So that's what that one's about. Okay. Let's see what this one is. Oh, that's beautiful. Hecate. Look at that. Crossroads, mystic, and discovery. Okay. We all at some point have to come back to meeting that part of ourselves that we are afraid to see, okay? We need that guidance into the underworld. We need that illumination that comes with greeting the darkness within us, okay? If we don't do that, we don't have clarity because we're only seeing it from one side. We're only seeing the supposed light. We're not seeing the supposed dark. And so that's what this is about, becoming that mystic, going into all areas of yourself and really looking at what is the potential that's there? What is the potential for healing that's there? Okay. And ask Hecate for help if you need to. You know, it isn't something you have to do on your own. You can ask your animal guides. You can ask any of your guides or angels, any of them to help bring you the information. But it's definitely, there's work there to be done. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Freya, warrior, your power and determination. I love the cat. Look at the cat. Isn't that cool? Okay. And it's really interesting because most of you, like if I look at this list of you guys, you all are very strong and independent people. And I think that's so cool because that is, you know, that's part of your personality, isn't it? It's that don't tell me what to do type of thing, right? So, you know, these two are related. You know, we talk about how, you know, we want to be more balanced within ourselves, but we're still afraid of this part of ourselves. We're still afraid to stand up and say bullshit. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking that. I'm not listening to that. I'm not buying into your crap. That's this part of you. That's the warrior that says, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to buy into your illusions. Okay. That is an important aspect of our personality, you know, and it feels like a lot of you at this point are at that stage where you're really owning that. And that's really cool. Okay. And it's a fine line between, you know, holding your ground and holding your energy and then pushing other people around with it. Okay. So that's finding that fine line. And then we've got the witch, passion. I love that she's got the wand and it's on fire. You know, that passion is what drives us. But like any flame, it can get out of control. Okay. So this walkway here that you're doing without this guidance here, that's when this can get out of control. All right. You need to temper it. You know, we can have all of this drive and passion and fire, but without taming that through wisdom. Sorry about that. My voice is starting to close up on me in my throat. But without the wisdom to go with that, if you are wielding your power without the wisdom to ground yourself, that's when you become unbalanced, okay? And there's, like, I'm feeling so much energy right now. That's why I'm yawning. Every time I do energy work on people, I yawn. I repeatedly yawn. So let's keep moving on this one. But yeah, get your point across. Be strong and sure of yourself and secure within your opinions, but you don't plow over other people with them, okay? It's not about changing anyone else's mind. It's about knowing who you are, okay? Oh, that's cool. And again, then you have access to the higher realms, to your spirit guide, okay? So it feels like a big burst of energy coming through you. You're going through this big, I would almost say a testing phase is what it feels like. It feels like a testing phase. Oftentimes when you meet Hecate or Lilith or Kali or Baba Yaga or any of them, oftentimes there's a lot of testing that's going on. And so when they bring you these tests, it's to help you define who you are, not about other people. It's never about other people when you have a testing period. It always feels like it is, but it's not. It's actually about defining for yourself what your values are, what your own beliefs are, and how you want to be perceived in the world, okay? It has nothing to do with other people or how they will perceive you or how they will demand of you or how they will anything. It's about who am I and what am I willing to give and what do I say no to, okay? So this to me feels like pile 3 is very much about a testing phase for you, and about, you know, putting your boundaries in place, but doing so with grace. It's the best way to say it, okay? Alrighty, I think that's all we've got for today. That's what I'm feeling, okay? Anything exciting? Let's see. Emma L is the winner this week. And last week we had, let's see, here it is. Last week we had Sharon G. So I made this cute little ring basket to put your jewelry in, and it's made with, actually, this is what's it called? Laundry line that you put your laundry on. You know those things you hang in the backyard? That's what that is. And so it's all washable and everything. So except for the beads, you gotta do hand washing. But yeah, it's a cute little ring basket. And so that was what Sharon won last week. And so now this week is Emma L. So I will make Emma probably one of her, probably do a crocheted Highland cow because she's got Highland cows and they're really freaking cute. So that's what I'm going to do for Emma this week. I've got a Reiki 1 coming up on the 6th of April. And in May, I've got a Reiki 3A, I believe it is. And then at the end of April, I'm going to be in Waihi doing readings, and readings one day and then a Reiki 1 class the second day. And then I think I'm heading up to, we might be going up further up to see my friend, our friends in Wattle Downs, I think. So yeah, that'll be in April. So we're looking forward to that. All of you guys are welcome to say happy birthday messages to my honey. He's going to be 50 tomorrow. Woohoo! So we're going to be celebrating Easter and Brent's birthday tomorrow. If anybody has any questions about anything that you get from these, feel free to message me or leave a comment and I'll get back to you just so we can talk about it a little bit more. Because I don't, that's the whole point is so that you can kind of get, I want to know what you're getting from this so you can, so I know if what I'm doing is worth doing or if I should go ahead and move over into more of the, possibly doing some live reading or maybe doing some interviews. I don't know. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you have a great Easter weekend and yeah, we'll see you next time. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.